Everybody, and I'm here to show you today exactly how to build a landing page so that customers or potential customers don't get lost visiting your whole entire site. So as you see, this page that I've created is exactly for one thing, and that one thing is to get people to register for the webinar. So it's very simple. It has my picture, it has a few blocks of text, it has buttons, and maybe a few things that you'll learn. There's nowhere else to click. There's nowhere else that has a menu. I could have maybe put my phone number up here just in case, but again, I don't want people to get distracted. So I'll click on register my seat and I'll be able to register my spot. Again, there's no fancy anything happening. So we'll put in the email. Let's do busyyogi@gmail, and it'll register my spot. Now, the cool thing is that after this, what happened, the user, not only are they going to get an email saying, congratulations, you've been registered, right? Which is automated. I created an automation, so I don't have to think about it. The service that I use can provide that, whether it's MailChimp or ActiveCampaign, Ontraport, Simplero. Everybody has a automation that you can set up. And if you want to do it on your own, you can as well, because the automations usually cost money. But remember, we're trying to build a marketing aspect of our business, and for that, you want to have the right tools for the right purpose. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video. So as we saw, you registered with the pop-up, and now we continue because it takes us to the next page, right? So this is a really important thing for us to think about, is how to direct people from one page to the next easily without pause, so that they don't have time to think about it. And for example, here I added a video that you could watch that I give them some tips to do before the web class, right? And guys, what's really cool about this is that I did this with my iPhone, so you don't really need to like sit there and wait till something happens, till you get a super nice camera or till you have the right lights. And I did this on purpose so I could show you. I left these lights back there because I bought those on Amazon for like $160, and now I can film my videos anywhere and have, ease and good lighting, because remember we talked about having good light in the last sessions. And I chose, a nice picture here. I added some extra text to it. Remember, I'm a graphic designer, but if you're not, remember those resources like Fiverr, that could be like $5, and Canva's great to get some graphics in. And there's other resources, so you hire somebody, but you do want your stuff to look professional. I personally use a company called ClickFunnels. Here you can see at the bottom, ClickFunnels, because they have really easy integrations with all my other services that I can use to create my email marketing campaigns and everything else. And they're some of the industry leaders. So it's a monthly fee. It's about $97 a month. And you get about 20 of these types of pages. And in the next video, I'm going to walk through how to create a page from scratch with ClickFunnels, but there's other services as well. And you can do some research with those. There's some that are called lead pages. I believe there's WordPress themes that you can actually just use. So it really depends, how easily you want to do things and what your budget is as well. Okay, hello everyone. So today we're going to focus on creating a funnel page. What does this mean? That we are going to make a landing page, right? You guys learned about that in the course, where people will land and just give you their email. There's going to be nothing else on this except your email. And then the second page will be the thank you page. And this thank you page will have a little bit more information and will keep directing people to do exactly what we want them to do. Because like I said, these are sales funnels, And that means that you want to move people from a process. You want to put leads at the top of your funnel and move them down the sales process so that at the end, they have actually purchased something, they have done an action. Okay, so we're going to create a new one. Here we go, add new. And what I like about ClickFunnels is that you don't really need to be very web savvy. You can get a basic funnel done. And if not, this is something I do for a living as well. I create funnels and I love it. It comes with a lot of strategy, but at the end of the day, we want people to take an action, right? So we're going to call it Sample Busy. And it'll be part of our 6 core funnels, just because it's nice and easy for us to find that. Okay, so here's Sample Busy. And like I said, we're going to focus only on 2 pages, one of them being your opt-in page, which is right here. I chose this template from their template box that they have. I liked it. It's nice and clean. And we're going to start making a website. Okay, so we're going to change the logo. These are all images that I have added. So we're going to do the busy. I'm going to add that image. So there's my logo. And we're going to change this text. So literally, look, I'm just clicking and we're going to say opt where your dreams to start a business you love from your soul for the benefit of all mankind. Right? Something like this. Again, I'm just kind of making this up. And then we create a sub-headline. Join the world's best training for starting your new business with yoga, fun, with yogic philosophy, and tons of love and attention. Okay, cool. And sorry, I type it as I talk. I hate leaving things like this, but notice that if the screen gets smaller, things get smaller, okay? So you have to think also of what you'll do if something looks at it in a mobile phone, right? So you can see the mobile phone here. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna sign up for instant access, and what are we giving them? So for example, instead of instant access, I'm gonna say sign up now, or download your free guide for yogi entrepreneurs or for soul entrepreneurs now. Okay, and then people enter their name. Now, these 2 fields, you have to have an email responder set up with either MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, Ontraport, Infusionsoft. There's a lot of services that provide an email management system so that you can send people newsletters, etc., etc. I love MailChimp. Aweber is also another one, and I'll have these in your resources guide. Aweber is another one that has great open rates, and also I personally use what's called ActiveCampaign because I love their automations. Their customer retention management is fairly easy to use. So again, it kind of just depends where you're at with your business and where you want to go. But if you want to start small, I would just say jump on MailChimp. It's free up to like 2,000 emails. So that'll be super good. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell them in this guide, right? So I just changed that. You'll learn about, the top 10 ways to increase your revenue. And I'm just making this up. But this is also like this text is what I think people would want to know about. So for example, if I'm teaching people business, I want them to increase their revenue, productivity, and be stress free. Okay. Now we're going to add your own text here, meaning, what can we write? Join the cause, or get all the answers to common questions for web development. And I'm just making this up, but you got the idea, right? Development, blah, blah, blah. And here, right, you see this little, gear. Here's where I can go and change. I can change the that little icon. So I can do icon finder. I can call it peace. Let's see what I find, right? And I can use the peace sign. So I can add that image, and it makes it, a little different. Maybe I didn't want to use that little icon. So it's really easy to add that in there. And remember, guys, when you're making your websites, you want things to look the same or similar. So don't put like, a bunch of different styles here. If you could find another icon that represents what you want to say, I like I said, I kind of didn't, I'm just putting stuff to get you guys, something done. But imagine, right? I use this little house, and that way they're both black. It's not like one's black, one's green, one's, full color, one has a 3D effect. The simpler, the better, okay? So, your home for all things yogic and, peaceful, something like this, okay? And then it even gives you call to action to replace with your own. Honestly, I would probably get all this stuff out of here so that way people don't get lost. You could always do a video if you wanted to, right? So all you do is you give them an opt-in, maybe a couple things they'll learn, a call to action. Remember, I'm big with call to actions. It's like, jump on the busy bandwagon today. And then you can fill it in with here, your product image. So this is something cool if you guys are writing guides or if you have an online program. For example, I can use this that I had created for I spent $6 to get this image. Some of these graphics that I had already made put on these tablets and the computer. So I went on Fiverr, I paid somebody $6, and I have now this cool little graphic that I can use all over the place. I did provide the images inside, and again, I created those, but Fiverr, again, is a great place, or 99 Designs, a little bit pricier, but you'll get some nice quality, and you work with contests there. So you always end up getting what you really like. And then here you can put, what you'll get inside this guide, so a little maybe more instructions. And here you can use these little bullet points. And what's actually cool is that you can change the icons. So I can put little robots, right? They're pretty cute. You can change it to green. And it'll give you guys just different functionalities for exactly what you're looking for. You can change pictures. I can put my friend's picture in there. And it's really nice, really simple way to create some awesome content in minutes. Okay, so we'll save this. And here, look how cool, right? SEO, search engine optimization, metadata. So if you're running a Facebook ad, for example, and you want that ad so that people join your email list, okay, you can also give it titles, meaning Busy Yogi, your home for all things, blah, blah, blah. And then you can give it a little description, grow your brand. Whoops. Business and more. And then keywords. Keywords are always good because this is what people search, right? Search engine optimization. And we'll be doing a video on exactly how to do some good keyword searchings. So watch out for that little video. It'll be coming up probably later on this year, just because I don't want to confuse you guys too much with too much of this web stuff. So keywords, you could always say yoga biz. I could say yoga teacher, right? Health coach, Who else? Entrepreneur, Yoga Alliance. That way if people are looking for Yoga Alliance, etc., etc. My name, obviously. Ariane. And I like to put a little image here of me, because that way this is what might come up on the search engine preview. Okay, and then you unclick that. And for example, here, right, where I said the settings, enter your name, enter your email, that is required, okay? But first, what we want to do is make sure that there's an integration. So like I said, I use ActiveCampaign, and I add people to a list, okay? And that list just happens to be Busy Yogi. So every time somebody opts in, right, they're like, yes, I want Ari's guide. I'm going to put my name and I'm going to put my email here, right? And if you guys see here these buttons, it says name, email, and submits the page, right? So that's the action that this button is going to make. It's going to submit their email into my ActiveCampaign. All right, so yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter, we can leave. You should usually want to save. And then you'll go to your thank you page. So remember, if this opt-in looked blue and white, right, it looked really nice and clean, we might want to pick something, again, top converting, that might be nice. You know what, because I don't really like any of these, I'm going to join this one and we can always customize it. So the minute people click, and I'll show you guys the functionality in a minute, the minute people click, okay, that submit, it automatically opens this page. So here is the guide, okay, you change that. Below you can download your free report or whatever, you know, we called it Yogi's Guide to Growth, and download now. So you can either have it download here and you can, you know, upload it into ClickFunnels, or you can have it sent to them in an email. I actually like to make a little video in my thank you pages. It makes it more personal. It connects you to your audience a little bit more. They get to hear your voice. And then obviously you want to share everything, right? You want everything to be shareable on social media. So thank you page is, you know, again, you can do your SEO metadata. And the thank you page is just quite nice. Now, the more you get, you know, a little bit involved in this, instead of going to a thank you page, you could perhaps, if you're running a workshop or you're running a live event, you're running a webinar, that thank you page can actually be like, hey, thanks for opting in. Now check out this awesome webinar that I'm hosting next week. So now people have like something to move to. And for example, I'll show you guys the functionality of this one. Okay, you might have seen this before. So this is a quiz that I'm running, and I'll show you just with, right? So there's no opt-in. On my website, my homepage, busyyogi.com. Oops. So my homepage in Busy Yogi is done in WordPress. I designed it and had somebody program it, but you don't have to do that. You can also use different themes. There's a lot of you know, stuff out there, like I said, on WordPress. There's also Wix. There's also Squarespace. So there's a lot of templates. There's a lot of stuff you can do with little money and just to get started. But this is my homepage. So look, take your quiz. Right? Here's my video and check it out. This is, oops. This is the quiz, okay? The minute that you finish this quiz, that page that I just showed you guys, so yes, please send me my results. And it's gonna submit, and there it is. There's the thank you page. I think I might change that cover photo in YouTube. And my main goal, so you guys see the call to action, is to apply for a discovery session. Because I have a program that's a little bit higher priced, it's not a $50 program. You know, most people that don't know me aren't just gonna dish out $1,000 to join Busy Yogi. You know, they're not going to dish out $5,000 to join Busy Yogi. They're not going to dish out $500 to join Busy Yogi, because anything that's usually above $297, and if people don't really know who you are, they're not going to spend it. You're not a national brand yet, right? So it's good to get people to schedule a call. So I'm telling people, thank you so much for taking the quiz, blah, blah, blah. You guys can watch this if you want, but please schedule a call.
Hello, everybody. This is Art.
And I just realized my little calendar is not working, but I even gave them a little training video. Here, in theory, my calendar would be working. It's probably just a little snitch. And they could book their session with me directly on the phone. And that way, guess what? I get to talk to them, answer their questions, and make sure that they're a right fit to join the program or not. And then here, I have them fill out an application, and boom. And then I give them a free checklist. So throughout this whole process, I haven't really had the chance for them to click on an About Me, to read my blog. Remember, I just want them to do one action. And for me in this case is to set up a strategy session, right? Maybe you have a $37 item that you're selling. Maybe you have a trip that you want to sell. And again, you would want to get people to call you and book an appointment to talk to you. That way, you know, unless you trust them, or they trust you, unless they just like really trust you, they're not just going to give you, you know, $3,000 to book your retreat. They're going to ask you questions. They're going to want to, you know, get their concerns taken care of. And what better way to do it via the phone and on a one-to-one moment. So my days are, you know, sometimes I take calls, I take my clients, but, you know, this is how you grow your business. Especially if you're doing the online piece and you want to sell a high ticket item, then you definitely want to get people on the phone. If you want to get people on, you know, a low price item, then there's ways to do that here. You can set up an order form. So right here, people can just go ahead and enter, right, their email. They'll pick a product. Here, I'll preview it so you guys can see. So for example, if I have a client that I know for sure is ready to buy, I'll send them the link to this page. And that way I don't have to wait. I don't really need to have them on a call. They'll put their email, there it is, I have a payment plan, so on and so forth, okay? So now you guys can see that you can always take payment, you know, whenever. You want to have that accessibility. And payment gateways, you can still use PayPal. I use Stripe. I use Square. So I'm always available to take payment from anybody whenever. Nothing's going to stop me, basically. Okay, so this was your little lesson on landing pages and their functionality as sales funnels. So I hope you guys learned a lot, and I'll see you on the next video.